Welcome to our channel. In the last session, we discussed how to find an articulation point procedure with one example. In this session, we will discuss one more example of finding articulation point. What is the first step? The first step is construct a DFS tree for the given graph. Now, I will construct the DFS tree starting from vertex. You can start at any vertex and you can move any one of the child. That means the DFS tree is changed from person to person. That is the order of traversal that takes. Suppose I start from vertex A. After that, move to B, C, D, and then E, X, Y, Z. So, Z. I stopped at Z. And Z has no child, then stop the process and move to parent Z. Parent is Y. Welcome to our channel. In the last session, we discussed how to find an articulation point in the given graph with the procedure. Now, in this session, we will move to one more example of identification of articulation point. What is the first step? First step is construct a DFS tree. You know the DFS traversal. You can start from any one vertex. Based on that vertex, you can move to any one of the child, their child, and so on. That means the DFS tree is not the same for all. It may be changed according to the order of traversal. Anyway, I am constructing the DFS tree starting from vertex A to the child B. I am moving to C and C to D and D to E, E to X, X to Y and Y to Z. From Z there is no edge to W. From Z we stop the process. Now understand carefully. Now dead end is reached. Once there is no child, backtrack to their parent. What is the parent of Z? Y. So is any child to Y? Yes. One more child is Y. W. Like this. Now W is also completed. Backtrack to Y. Any another child of Y? No. Remember, always unvisited. So there is no unvisited child of Y. And then X, E, D, C, B, E. All the vertices are visited. Now my DFS tree is completed. Once the DFS tree is completed, what is the next step? Assign DFN number. That is the depth first number. The numbers are given based on the order of visiting. In which order we visit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like this DFN numbers are given. Next step, identify the edges. So anyway, 3 edges are included in the graph. You need to identify back edges. How? It is very simple. Count the number of edges in the given graph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have total 11 edges in the given graph. How many edges in the DFS tree? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only 8 edges. 11 minus 3, 3. Now 3 edges are the back edges. Means the edges that are in the graph and not in the DFS tree. Identify such edges. Now you have an edge from A to B and A to E and A to C here. But in this edge from A to B, that is this edge and this edge are missing. C to A is one back edge. Back edge means the edge that is present in the graph and not present. And E to A is also a back edge, and any other edge. E2x is available, x2y is available, x2z edge is available. In this there is no edge. Now clear? Clear? Like this we are writing the back edges. After that you need to identify, calculate the low value. Before that, vertex I written a table for easy understanding. A, B, C, D, E, X, Y, Z, W. These are my vertices. DFN number A value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again I am repeating, the order is not same for all. Suppose after A you can move to E, that is also not a problem. And then what is your step? You need to calculate low value. Anyway, you can directly calculate or by using formula. I can do both. First, directly I will calculate. So low means starting at one vertex, you need to traverse some edges and only one back edge, reach the same vertex. In this path, the smallest DFN number is the low value. Suppose see A to B, B to C and C to A. The smallest in this, the number 1, 2, 3, the smallest number we visit is 1. Anyway, it has one more path, A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E and E to A. Again the number is 1. That means you need to follow only one package. Similarly for B, B to C, C to A to B. In this path, what is the smallest number? 1. That is the low value. For C, 1. For D, observe for D. In this path is not possible. D to E, E to A to B, B to C, C to D. In this path, D value is also 1. What is E value? E value is also 1. Coming to X, X to Y, Y to Z, Z to X. So the low value is X. Got it? Sir, previously 1 is there. No. You need to reach that vertex exactly with one package. Now Y value is also 6. Z value is also 6. Now what about W value? W low value? Is it possible to reach W? No, there is no package that connects to W. By using this package, remember, Z to X, X to Y, suppose if you move to W, again it is not possible to move. So, the corresponding DFN number is the low value. This is the direct way. Anyway, you know the formula. What is the formula? Low of a vertex is equal to minimum of DFN of that vertex, comma, minimum of low of their child. Low of their child, comma, DFN of X. That is the package. Now calculate each and every one. Low of, if you want to calculate a vertex, you need to calculate low of their child value. That is the reason we are calculating from bottom to top. First low of W is equal to minimum of DFN of W is equal to 9. For W, there is no child. For W, there is no package. What is the answer? Directly the answer is equal to 9. We are getting right or wrong? Right. Now, low of Z is equal to minimum of DFN of Z. Minimum of DFN of Z. DFN of Z is equal to 8, comma, child. Any child for Z? No. Any package from Z? Yes. We have a package from Z. So DFN of, here X in the sense this X and this X is different. For example, consider some W, whatever it is. Both X's are different. DFN of X, that is 6. So the low value is 6. Now observe, right or wrong? Now DFN of Y. DFN of Y is equal to minimum of DFN of Y. Low of Y is equal to DFN of Y 7, comma, minimum of low of childs. Y has two childs. One is Z, another one is W. Law of Z is equal to 6, comma. Law of W is equal to 9. Among the two childs, which one has the minimum value you need to consider. And there is any baggage from Y? No, ignore. So what is the minimum value? Among these, the minimum value is 6. You got it? Anyway, we will calculate for all. DFN of x is equal to, law of x is equal to DFN of x. DFN of x, that is 6. What is the child of x? Y. Law of y is equal to 6, comma. Any baggage from x? Again, remember, here no need to write this one. Even though you are writing, no problem. Why? So, always DFN of x is less than DFN of z. Even though you are writing DFN of z, that is answer is 6, finally 6. Baggage we are writing in the order. Always the parent has smaller DFN number than the child. The first one is a DFN and the last one is a DFN. No need to write from top to down. Baggage you can written from bottom to up. Anyway, you are getting 6 like this. Suppose DFN of E value. DFN of E is equal to, law of E is equal to DFN of E. Law of X is equal to 6. From E there is a baggage. So DFN of A is equal to 1. So the answer is equal to 1. For E, we are getting the answer as 1. For E, we are getting the answer as 1. Similarly, for C. So, child of DFN of C is equal to 3. C has one child, that is D. Law of D is equal to 1. And the baggage from this one, DFN of A is equal to 1. For C also 1. Similarly, for D, the child is E. I forgot to calculate D. The child is D. DFN of D is equal to 4. Law of E is equal to 1. There is no baggage. For D also, the answer is 1. I think you got it. Directly by using the formula, you can update with the formula, or else directly you can calculate. Once the low values are calculated, what is the step? The procedure is, you have an edge U comma W. DFN of U is less than or equal to law of W. Then you can say that U is an articulation point. Now take all the edges except root. Why? Root has a property in the DFS tree. Root has more than one child. Automatically that is an articulation point. Now A has only one child. So A is non-articulation point. Consider the remaining edges. Consider the edge BC. What are the edges? CD, the edge DE, next EX, XY, YZ and YW. Now calculate DFN of B. DFN of B, that is 2 less than or equal to law of C. Condition fail. DFN of C, that is 3 less than or equal to 1. Condition fail. DFN of D, that is 4 less than or equal to law of E. Condition fail. Now coming to E. DFN of E 5 less than or equal to law of X. Condition true. So E is an articulation point. Now X comma Y. DFN of X value, that is 6 less than or equal to law of Y. True. So X is also an articulation point. Y. DFN of Y, that is 7 is less than or equal to 6. The condition fail. Now in this DFN of Y, that is 7 less than or equal to law of W 9. Now Y is an articulation point. Now you have a question. Sir, in this case YZ, Y is not an articulation point. YW, Y is an articulation point. Which one you need to consider? If it is an articulation point for one time, finally that is an articulation point. That means with respect to YZ, Y is an articulation point. But with respect to YW, Y is an articulation point. Finally, what are the articulation points? E, X and Y. You know, articulation point means removing the vertex from the graph, disconnect the graph. Check. If I am removing the vertex E, if you remove the vertex E and the corresponding edges, now is the graph is connected or disconnected? The graph is disconnected into two components. So E is an articulation point. Suppose. Now remove the vertex E. Suppose if you are removing the vertex X, now again it is divided into two components. So X is also an articulation point. Now remove the vertex Y. Remove the Y and the corresponding edges. This is one component. This is another component. Y is an articulation point. This is the example how to calculate articulation point. Thank you.